Queen Noamagbe Ewuare II is the fourth wife of Benin monarch, His Royal Majesty, Oba Ewuare II, and the Queen is also the biological sister of the Oba's fifth wife, Queen Isosa Ewuare II. On Thursday early morning night, Queen Noamagbe apparently used a proxy TikTok account named Queen Ewuare Backup and accused the Benin Traditional Council, BTC, of dishonest behavior, categorically stating, the BTC lied that Nigeria prominent social media streamer, Habib Hamzat Adelaja aka Peller, was not authorized access into the palace of the Benin monarch, where she accidentally met Peller and gave him a motherly welcome as the Queen of the Oba, an action the BTC has alleged she breached the palace protocol, hence, she risked being removed or sent packing from the palace, according to Queen Noamagbe in the apparent TikTok social media proxy account. Peller's visit to the palace is a mere cover-up, that a lot has been happening behind closed door. She supported her claim with a document that suggests the Benin Traditional Council was aware of Peller coming to the palace, and the document dated February 23, 2026 indicated that the BTC received and acknowledged the letter of Peller planned visit, but, if the BTC actually wrote back to Peller to notify him about the acceptance or rejection of his request was not stated, this, the president of Iguabasanmi movement worldwide, Asaro Culture Iamu, counted the document and said, the receipt of letter at any institution registry doesn't amount to approval. However, the moment the letter is received at our revered palace registry, it's forwarded to the private office of Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty, Omo Noba Nedo Uku Akpolokpolo, Oba Ewuare II. Oba of Benin will then instruct the Secretary of Benin Traditional Council, BTC, to either write formally or call those seeking for approval of their letters, especially as it's relate to royal visitations. Those who lured and deceived Peller without the approval of Benin Traditional Council, BTC, are the real problem. For the avoidance of doubts, Queen Noamagbe may not be first Oba wife to be sent packing from the palace over breach of access into the monarch palace. The Oba eldest wife, Queen Irogama Ewuare II, had been sent packing from the palace simply because one of the biological children of the Oba entered the palace allegedly in a manner the Oba did not like. This was made known in a reactionary public letter issued on December 30, 2025 by Prince Azelekai Ewuare II, the Oba's eldest son, who is believed to be the next Oba of Benin. According to Prince Azelekai, I want to make it very clear, my mother did nothing wrong. 6 months ago, my youngest brother allegedly barged into the palace wanting to see his father. Our father wasn't happy with his approach. As a result, my mother was told to leave the palace. I would like to use this medium to plead on behalf of your senior children you wouldn't see, your second son, your third son and your second daughter, please, whatever our father said they did wrong, please forgive and forget. Time is precious, we want togetherness, not division. On the issue he had with the Oba over the establishment of the Museum of West African Art, Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN has stated that its men resisted and pushed back a group of Islamic State of West Africa Province, ISWAP fighters at Malam Fatori area in the Abadam local government area of Borno State early morning on Wednesday, after the ISWAP fighters launched a simultaneous 5 multiple and separate offensive attacks against the troops of the Joint Task Force, Northeast Operation Hadankai. The Nigeria Army supported its press release with a video of dead bodies of the suspected terrorists, some of whom, according to the military authority, were well-known ISWAP commanders who led other terrorists to carry out the attacks. Lieutenant Sani Uba, the Media Information Officer, Joint Task Force, Northeast Operation Hadankai, in a press release issued a few minutes ago, noted that Niger Republic Air Force supported in the killing of the terrorists and other defensive offensive military actions that finally forced other surviving terrorists to withdraw and flee in disarray. Accordingly, the press release reads verbatim thus: troops of the Joint Task Force, Northeast Operation Hadankai, OPHK, in the early hours of Wednesday successfully repelled a coordinated and simultaneous 5-pronged terrorist attack on own positions at Malam Fatori in Sector 3. The terrorists, who advanced in large numbers on foot and deployed armed drones in a desperate bid to breach the defenses of locations of troops, particularly along the frontage of Bravo Company from the Duguri general area, were met with overwhelming resistance. Having maintained full situational awareness of the battle space, troops had anticipated the attack and deliberately prepared an offensive-defensive battle designed to decisively defeat and annihilate the assault elements. Through disciplined fire control, coordinated maneuver and superior tactical execution, the attackers were engaged, disrupted and routed in disarray, with no fewer than 80 terrorists neutralized during the engagement. Additionally, the firefight was further reinforced by precision of close air support from the air component of Operation Haddon-Kai, complemented by rapid strike passes from allied Nigerian air assets, which compounded the pressure on the fleeing insurgents. Exploitation of the engagement area led to the recovery of a substantial cache of weapons, ammunition and combat enablers, including 52 AK-47 rifles, 8 PKT machine guns, 7 RPG tubes, 5 general-purpose machine guns, GPMGs, over 3,000 rounds of assorted 7.62 mm ammunition, 21 RPG bombs, 9 locally fabricated IEDs, multiple magazines, communication radios and components of armed drones deployed by the terrorists. Despite the scale and intensity of the assault, own troops recorded minimal casualties, with 4 soldiers wounded in action and promptly stabilized, while follow-on battle damage assessment of air interdictions remains ongoing. Significantly, the operation resulted in the neutralization of 3 high-profile terrorist commanders, namely Malam Abdulrahman Gobara, Malam Bayuram and Abu Ayyuba, who were key figures in coordinating and leading the failed assault. Furthermore, several other identified fighters were eliminated. Nigeria military authority has placed the citizens and residents in the West Africa country on a high alert over increased security threats in the country, following apparent multiple suicide bombings on Monday in the northeastern state of Borno State, wherein the Nigeria police force confirmed 23 people were killed and 108 other persons sustained injuries when bombs exploded almost at the same time at 3 different locations in Maiduguri, the state capital, at locations which included the post office area, Monday market access and the entrance to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, UMTH during the period of iftar, breaking of fast, hours after the Borno State Command of the Nigeria Police Force had reported earlier on Monday that suspected Boko Haram, ISWAP terrorists made an attempt to infiltrate into the state capital with sporadic gunshots and explosions at Ajulari Cross, Kofa area of outskirt of Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, MMC, and Damboa Maiduguri Road in Damboa local government area. And the latest activities and official reports indicated that the ISWAP and Boko Haram terrorists may have advanced and taken some positions closer to the state capital. This, the Nigeria Police Force said, the Borno State Joint Security Operatives has begun aggressive patrols within the Maiduguri Metropolitan Council and appealed to residents to alert the security agency for emergency response with contact numbers 08068075581 or 08023473293. Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, the Media Information Officer of Joint Task Force in the Northeast Operation Haddon-Kai in a press release on Monday, said, the Headquarters Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Haddon-Kai, OPHK, wishes to inform the general public of suicide bomb explosions that occurred at about 7:05 p.m. on Monday the 16th of March 2026, in Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, MMC. The explosions were carried out by suspected Boko Haram terrorist suicide bombers who detonated improvised explosive devices at 3 different locations within the city, namely the post office area, Monday market access and the entrance to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, UMTH, during the period of iftar, breaking of fast. The cowardly attacks targeted crowded public areas in an attempt by the terrorists to inflict mass casualties and create panic within the metropolis. Troops of Operation Haddon-Kai, in conjunction with the Nigeria Police Explosive Ordnance Disposal (EOD) team and other sister security agencies, responded swiftly to the incident and immediately secured and cordoned off the affected locations to prevent further harm. Emergency response teams, including personnel from the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and other medical service providers, promptly evacuated casualties to the General Hospital, Specialist Hospital and the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital for urgent medical attention. Medical teams are currently attending to injured victims at various health
ISWAP bringing you the news in a more digital way.